Do you like cats? Perhaps you are a real cat person and you have a lot of cats at home, or you just like these adorable little kittens. Well, then you are certainly in for a treat today. Because today I'm going to translate this Japanese coloring book for you, and it's all about cats and also flowers. My name is Katja, I'm CatColouring. A warm welcome to my channel and this video. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice cup of coffee or a mug of tea, and let's get started with this flip through. This coloring book is not very thick compared to some of Aikawa Sora's other coloring books, and it's relatively new. It's from 2022, so it's 3 years old. On this beautiful front page, we can see what it's all about. Cats, kittens, and a lot of flowers. Just like we would expect from Aikawa Sora, since flowers is something she excels in. This coloring book is called Days with Cats and Flowers. So if we begin here with the front page, we can see it says Small Joys Found in Everyday Life, Coloring Book, Days with Cats and Flowers by Aikawa Sora. And of course, when we flip, we find the biography of Aikawa Sora. And since I have mentioned this in all my other videos, I will not do it this time. Again, the front page or the cover is repeated and you can color it yourself. And then we have the introduction written by Aikawa Sora. And she says, this book is a coloring book featuring different cats, including the everyday actions of cute cats, days with cats and flowers, adorable kittens, friendly cats lying in a flower field, stylish cats in costumes, funny cats in cardboard boxes and pots, and the birth flowers of each month and the cats that appear in them. It also contains a little fantasy element. There are many people around me who love cats. Of course I do too, but many of my family, relatives and friends also have cats. For this book I use cats from my family and friends as models. I have always also taken photos of cats I came across while out and about. And that stock of photos proved very useful this time. So here you can find the small joys in everyday life. Please feel soothed by the cats and flowers and try coloring freely with your favorite art materials, such as colored pencils and pens. I hope you will relax and enjoy the experience without thinking too hard about how you have to color it beautifully or how you have to complete it. When you're busy, it's recommended to just apply a little bit to help change your mood. There is also a postcard at the end of the book, or rather postcards. You can cut out the dotted line and send it as a postcard to a loved one or a cat lover, or you can put it in a photo frame and display it in your room. I'm sure it will become a favorite piece. I hope you enjoy a soothing moment with cats and flowers. Aikawa Sora. And of course over here we have the index pages. Again it says Days with Cats and Flowers index. And then, of course, we can go through the entire book. So let's begin here with this one. And this double page spread is called Spring Encounter. And here we see two cats meeting each other. We have a nice bow up here, and then we have a beautiful flower frame. On this page, it says, welcome to the Western style building. So we have not a Japanese building, but a more Western style building. And then we have a huge garden out here with a lot of flowers. We can see one sleeping amongst the flowers. And then some of them going up this, I think it's a stair, towards the gate and into the yard here. This page we can see two kittens playing with some chicks, and it also says playing with chicks. This double page spread is called Various Poses, and here you can see cats, how typical they look when they take care of their fur, or when they play, when they meet another cat. Perhaps they're going to scare the other cat off. When they are relaxed, perhaps want to play, when they yawn, when they scratch themselves, and when they are just awake and alert. So if you are a cat person and you have a cat, all of this is really, really familiar. This cute page is called A Vase Full of Flowers, and we can see the cat surrounded by many beautiful flowers. On the hill over here, again, beautiful flowers and the cat sitting here looking out towards the hill. This double page spread is called Flower Pattern, and we can clearly see the flowers making a pattern around these two cats. Perhaps you can even begin seeing some of the races of cats with some of these drawings. This one is called Through the Rose Garden, and we can see the roses growing up along this fence, and we have a cat sitting on a sort of barrel, I think. Over here, warm cushion. If cats like anything, it's lying or sitting at a warm cushion, perhaps near the window, and that just soak in the sun and relax. Here we have a mother and her kittens in the garden, and she is giving them milk. And it's also called Parent and Children in the Grass. It could also have been translated Mother and Kittens. And it continues to this page, of course, with the flowers and also a butterfly. This one is called Dahlia and Osmanthus. Again, this shows Aikawa Sora's huge interest in flowers. Here we are on an adventure with the cats. This is called the place where you can see the pond, and we have the pond here. We have a church in the background, some hills and trees, and then up here in the foreground we can see the cats smelling the beautiful flowers and just enjoying life. This double page spread is called Sweets Party, and we can certainly see the cats here with different sorts of sweets, amongst them a little fish cake. We have strawberries, we have a nice cup of tea, I think, and they are certainly also dressed to go partying. This next page is called Nap by the Window. And this is very typical of cats because they do like sleeping in windowsills if they can, if there is enough room there. And this one is, I think it's outside in the windowsill outside and surrounded by the garden and the flowers. Again, these books are just so beautiful with all of these flowers. The next page is called Under the Ginkgo. So this is a ginkgo tree, and the cat is looking up at the birds in this tree. This double page spread is called Cats and Flowers, and here we can see miniature cats or huge flowers, because the cats are all like little flower fairy cats and up and about in the flowers, sleeping or playing and just having fun with all of these flowers. And here we can see the cat again sleeping. Perhaps it's dreaming about all of this. Looks like roses and some sort of peonies. This one is called Smells Nice on the Table. This is also typical for those of us who have cats and who know cats, because cats really do like being on the tables, smelling flowers and smelling everything that is on the table. And sometimes if they find something that they really like, well, they will perhaps try and eat it. My cat I have right now, Bella, is a Burmese cat. She's 13. And I hope I will have her for quite a while now, but about a month ago she suffered a stroke, and we were really lucky because I was very quick to getting her to the vet and getting her treatment, and she recovered completely, and she is just like she was before the stroke. But it really gave me a scare, and I know that, well, I will not have her forever. She is the oldest cat that I have ever had, so I will be very sad when she is no more. But as I said, she's completely normal and jumping up on tables and everywhere. She really likes. Burmese cats, they really do like to be high up and about. Luckily, she's too old to jump on top of the doors. Okay, moving on here. Stroll through the forest. We have and it does look like a kitten here. I don't think it's very, very big. So a kitten on adventure through the forest, perhaps even chasing that bird. Yet another double page spread. We do have a lot of double page spreads, and this one is called Sleep Above the Clouds. Again, we have a lot of cats sleeping on the clouds and, well, almost above the clouds, dreaming of fishes, I think. We have some rockets, we have stars and planets. This could be a very, very beautiful night scene. Perhaps also with some pink clouds. Have a nice dream, this one is called. And it's no wonder we do have a lot of different drawings of cats sleeping, because cats sleep a lot. I think they sleep about 16 to 18 hours each day. So it's no wonder we have a lot of sleeping cats. And here also cat pot, not a crock pot, but a cat pot filled with sleeping kittens. I do think they must be kittens, because I don't think that 4 grown-up cats could be in a pot. Then it should be a very huge pot. Friendship with dogs, of course. Cats can be friends with dogs, or friends and friends. Perhaps not that lovable for everyone. Bella certainly tolerates a tiger, and well, he has to do what she says, because she was a grown-up cat when we got Tiger. He's only 4 years old, and as I said before, she's 13. So when he came into the house, he was an adult cat, and well, he is certainly not an alpha to her. Our old dog Simba, he was a real rascal. He kept pestering Bella when she was small, but she was also a kitten when we got him, so they grew up together. But here Bella's the adult, so Tiger will have to respect that. But cats can certainly be friends with dogs. Surprising flowers, this one is called, or Surprised by Flowers. It certainly looks like this cat just really enjoys the flowers. And here we are playing hide and seek with cats. You can see this one has tried to hit himself or herself in this basket. And we can see playing with the yarn and just having a good time. And this double page spread depicts the chubby cats, because some cats are a bit chubby. The most famous and well-known of these chubby cats is Garfield. I really love that cartoon. The lasagna-eating cat. But beautiful chubby cats. And some of them are really big. Then we have cats sleeping in beds. Oh, they certainly do. My cat's favorite places in the different beds we have in this house, whether it be mine or whether it be my children. She really, really loves sleeping in beds, and preferably under the blanket. She really loves this. And here we have, of course, a cat, and it says, I love cardboard, because cardboard boxes are just some of the best toys for cats. And mine too. Bella, she loves playing in cardboard boxes. It's one of her absolute favorite things. So whenever we get a big package, a cardboard box, then she always jumps down into it. And we really have to check this one before we throw it out, because she is practically always in it. And yet another double page spread. The Day I Met the Swallow. And swallow are birds said to symbolize happiness and joy. So perhaps it's not a bad thing to meet a swallow. But lots of flowers and the cats down here. Mealtime. Because cats also need food. And here we can see the cats getting their food, whether it be fish or canned food or whatever. Here we have Goran in the flower garden, so 2 cats being friends, being together in the flower garden. This one is called Run, Run, Run. We have a lot of running cats, and of course these beautiful flowers. This is also very typical. We know this cat tower that the page is called, and we all know it those of us who have cats, because of course we also have a cat tower for our cat, or cats if we have more than one. And this is great because cats can lie there and sleep and they can play along. So it's a very good thing to have to activate your cat so it doesn't get bored. This one is very beautiful. Look up at the starry sky, it's called, and here you can see the star signs, or rather fishes and other cats on the night sky. So this could be a very, very beautiful night scene with the stars, the light from the stars shining down on these flowers and the cat, and then the hills in the background, or mountains. I actually think it's mountains. It looks very much like mountains. And here we have, this page is called Peeping. Just peeping around the door. And then we have the birth flower pages. You can see it says happy birthday. And this one is of course January, because we begin with January, and it's called Cymbidium, and that's a birth flower here, and we have a cat also together with the Cymbidium. Then we have daisies here in February. March is full of tulips, and April the sakura flowers, of course. Lily of the Valley is the birth flower in May. Then we have rose and hydrangea in June. Lovely flowers. And some of my absolute favorite lilies in July. August, sunflowers. Of course, we have sunflowers for August. And September, we have dahlias. Then in October, we have gerbera down here. We have some vines up here with grapes. And in November, we have chrysanthemum. Until we reach December and poinsettia. Also a very beautiful winter scene. So those were the birth flowers, and on this page we can see that the first edition was published on March 31st in 2022, and the second edition the year after on November 30th, 2023. So the first edition sold out, and then they had to make another edition. Here we can see postcards. There aren't any text to these postcards, but you can see scenes from the book, and these, some of them do have tiny details, but a lot of them do have this one, for example. But I think that most of them, compared to some of the postcards in her other books, they are actually really colorful, these ones. So you can color them, and just, you know, you can use them for postcards as it suggests. The paper is usually thicker with the postcards than the rest of the book. Just have to feel if this is the case. But the paper is usually nice and thick. I do think it's a bit thinner here than with the postcards. It's just a little bit thicker here. So it's just like her other books. And that was it. That was Days with Cats and Flowers coloring book. Thank you so much for watching this translated flip through. Of course, this is mostly interesting for people interested in Japanese coloring books, / interested in Aikawa Sora's coloring books, / people who are really into coloring flowers, and especially cats in this case, because this is not just a flower coloring book, it's really about cats. So again, thank you for watching. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and the algorithm. Also, if you're new here and you just happened to stumble upon this video, check out the other translated flip-throughs video in the playlist and consider subscribing to my channel. Every support is valued and appreciated very much. Upcoming videos, some surprise videos, and by that I mean the content is surprise, so I will not tell you, but I have gotten a hold of some really nice things that I want to show you, so it will not be art haul videos but something completely else. Also, of course, more color and chats and more episodes in my tips and tricks for beginner colorist series. I hope that you will have a very lovely day. Take care of yourself. Until I see you in the next video. Happy coloring. Bye.